Talk. In this episode, sat on the bench, we've got Tom Shields, manager Rachel Gay, and new signing this season, Emma Bentley. Today we'll be chatting about our new player development centre with Tom, the first 3 home games of the season, and what life is like to be a Hull City Ladies player. Let's kick off. So you've just finished with training, how did that go?
Really great, wasn't it?
Really good, yeah.
Yeah, really good.
Good training session. Unfortunately, we've had to move off the 3G pitch because that's getting refurbed. So we're now on the back pitches at university with some floodlights. So it was our first night there tonight, training on grass. A bit long as well, but I suppose it prepares us for our away games where we do go to some places where the grass isn't great for our type of football, but to train on it, we'll get a good practice in for the weekend away at Mosna Hill.
Now let's talk about the first 2 games of the season. It was a 2-for-1 meeting Guiseley Vixens twice in the same fortnight. First in the league to a loss of 2-0, only to come back next week to beat them 3-0. What happened? What happened in between them games that caused such a change in team play?
Well, Bence was back from a renewal for a start, but I think maybe a little bit of nerves on that first game. I think that's what we'll maybe put it down to. We didn't get into the swing of things. We didn't play as well as we knew we could. We was really disappointed and frustrated with our performance, I think. And we knew we could play a lot better than that, and we just regrouped at training. We did get Bence back, which was a big positive for us because Guiseley are a physical side, and I think we really lacked that physicality in the middle. And bringing Bence in, combated that really. So to come back, and I think when you play a team the week after and they've beaten you, the week before, you go out all guns blazing. You really want to prove a point, and we certainly wanted to do that. And we come away with a really good 3-0 victory.
I mean, in the first game, the odds stacked against you as the game went on. You had a keeper injury. You had Stacey in goal, and then that defending on that corner, which conceded the second goal, with the inexperience of Stacey being a goalkeeper, that obviously led to your second goal.
It did, and I think that second goal was all important, but fair play to Guiseley. I think on the day they were better than us. They kept the ball a lot better. We seemed to panic a bit on the ball, so they certainly deserved that win. I'm always honest about that. But the week after, we certainly deserved ours. So
Fair play to them. Their first goal was quite a long shot as well.
It was, to get to score a worldie like that, and then the second goal, which was a little bit of a scramble really. If we could only limit them to that, then great. And we knew that going forward, there was a team we could beat, quite comfortably really. And as I said, the week after, I think we showed that.
Yeah, and Emma being part of the team to score 3 cracking goals against them the second time around, what did it feel like to be in a new team and winning and starting a new winning streak?
I've just loved it from the beginning, to be honest. For me, I was really excited to get back and get playing. I was just desperate to get back into it and get going. And like Rachel said, we really had our bit between the teeth that second week to get one back over on them and get that revenge. So the girls were, all fired up and all ready to go. And I just think it fell into place from there, to be honest.
And what was it like, Tom, to be part on the winning side for the first time this season?
Yeah, it was great. It was a testament to the girls' hard work. I think that's what was maybe most disappointing in the first game, was that we didn't, as Rach said, we didn't do ourselves justice. I've obviously seen at first hand the quality of their training sessions, how hard they work for one another off the field, and that second week it was great for them to get their just deserves and come through on top. Because there's tremendous talent here, and it was enjoyable.
And now something exciting within the catacombs of Hull City Ladies. We've just pulled out something amazing that Tom's going to start called the PDC. Anything you can talk to us about that?
Yeah, so the PDC is a player development centre, obviously for girls aged 9 to 16. Basically, the way that Hull has been in the last 5 years or so since the restructuring of the Girls Centre of Excellence programme is that the city has lacked a pathway for the youngest players. And obviously as a club, it means that perhaps there's not players on the radar that are 11, 12, 13 that we want to nurture and try and propel into the first team setup when they're age ready and developmentally ready. And this is basically a great opportunity to bridge that gap. So we're training right now, it's 1 night a week, it's entirely supplemental, and I want to stress that because we're encouraging the support of local club teams and local club coaches and obviously parents to to position us, you know, with their children and trust us in guiding them. And basically it's going to be an hour session. So we launched last week. Great feedback, really enjoyable being with the kids. An hour of skills-based, technical-based development, ultimately trying to nurture them into playing the brand of football that we're going to encourage. So comfortable in possession, expressive, brave, capable of making their own decisions, and it's going to be really exciting to see where it leads, and hopefully try and get a new generation of interest in watching us do the girls do the business on a weekend. And
how would parents and children watching this at home get involved with the PDC?
They can go on the Hull City Ladies website, so visit that, www.hullcityladies.com. We're big on Twitter and Facebook, pressing it and pushing it in social media. Tom at hullcityladies.com and an email, Danny at hullcityladies.com as an email. They can reach out, you know, any way that they want. And right now it's Thursdays 5 to 6 at White College. So if any of that were to fail, just come down and we'll make a place for them.
And all that information can be found in the description down below. Talking about our third game at home this season against Brighouse, it was a victory, 1-0. Talk us through what happened. You started a winning streak against Guiseley, you come into this next game against a team that's just come up. What was the idea behind that?
Yeah, we knew a bit about Brighouse because a couple of years ago when we got promotion, it was us or them, and you know, we managed to beat them at their place 3-1, which was the decider for us to go up. So we knew that they had a good setup down there at Brighouse, you know, and we knew with them coming up, you know, they'd be wanting to prove a point early on in the season. I think we outplayed them, I really do, and I think the scoreline probably flattered them. We had numerous chances and you know, didn't put them away. Beachy, Katie, you know, a few that you'd expect really to put those chances away was going wide, or our keeper was making a good save. And then the hardest shot of the afternoon was put away by Beachy, and you know, that's what she can do. You know, but it was superb lob over the keeper. You know, for us to take all 3 points, but we definitely deserved that one. And as I say, the scoreline, you know, it probably should have been a lot more for the possession and the amount of chances we had on goal. But you have days like that, and we just wanted the 3 points to carry on the winning streak. That was the all important thing. So we enjoyed that one as well.
How was it playing them, knowing that there was a bit of a vicious rivalry for the promotion the season to come up, and a very physical game for the girls on the field, and the staff in the back, very chatty, very friendly? That was quite nice to see on the sidelines.
Yeah, they are, like I say. We kept in contact quite a lot when we was both getting a bit of banter going on between the two sides, but he's Rob from Brighouse, you know, has always had a lot of respect for what we do at Hull City, and likewise us with them, and I was delighted to see them get promotion this year, and you know, I'm sure they'll do well once they've settled into the Premier League, you know, and into the pace of it and the intensity of it. I'm sure they'll do well.
So bring us on to our last talking point of today. Emma Bentley, what was it like being part of a new team?
I love it. I'm loving it. Really enjoying my football at the minute. I felt part of the team straight away from the first time I came down. First time I spoke to Rachel, met Danny. Just got along with the girls from the off, and just like I say, I'm enjoying coming to football, coming to training, turning up on a weekend. You know, even though it's quite a distance for me, and I feel separated from the girls during the week, as soon as I turn up to training, it's as if I've, you know, never been away. I've made some really good friendships really quickly, and I'm just loving it. And Tom's come in, and his sessions have been, you know, really interesting, really exciting. They've demanded a lot from us as players, both mentally and challenged us sort of to think about what we're doing and to improve ourselves each week. So I know that Tom and Danny go along and plan sessions based on the weekend and how we've played and what we can improve on, but also based on the opposition that we face coming up and where we could maybe exploit their weaknesses and how it'll be best for us as a game plan. So brilliant. Speaking
of opposition and exposing their weaknesses, were you part of that when beating your former team?
Yeah, I would say so. I would hope so. But no, it was a tough test.
A bittersweet victory.
It was, yeah. It was obviously tough for me, sort of emotionally, really, going back to Garforth and playing against my old team so early on in the season. I feel like I'm, you know, just finding my feet in this team. So then to have that fixture thrown upon you quite quickly, it was quite challenging for me, sort of psychologically. And for me, I just wanted to get through the game. do the right things right, do the simple things right, and at the end of the day contribute to the team to get the win, which we did.
And not being the only player to start this season, talk us through the signings. We've got Tash, Amy, the new goalkeeper.
Yeah, we've signed really well this season. It's a really new look team. In fact, Sarah Rowan, who played for us a couple of seasons ago, she came down tonight and she couldn't believe how many new faces there were. But yeah, we've got some fantastic players. The keeper, Amy, that you mentioned, been an absolute godsend for us. You know, her experience in goal, but her talk in a positional sense, and not to mention her shot stopping, have all been, you know, superb. And one thing we probably haven't mentioned, we've talked about the goals and the victories, but 3 clean sheets is, you know, is really pleasing from a manager's, coaches and players' point of view as well. And I think Tasha at the back has, you know, played a big part in that.
A great new partnership with Ellis.
Yeah, them two are solid at the back there, and Amy Wilson, you know, she came in probably thinking she may be a reserve player because she's come from the lower leagues, but she's cemented her place as well in the defence. Ellie Harding and Jazz, they both come from York City, and they've been, you know, they've been brilliant, brought a lot of energy to the team as well. So we're looking good. A lot of new faces. We're really starting to gel a lot more as well. So I'm sure, you know, it's going to be a very good season for us, but delighted with our squad, really am.
So from success on the pitch to success as a club, what's the big aim? What's the goals? What are you achieving for?
Super League, isn't it? It's, we're looking to build and build big. Like I said, kind of since joining, we've had lots of great conversations. I think the on-field development has been wonderful. It's certainly since I came in, it's credit to the work that Rach and Danny and everybody that's been involved with the club has done so far on the field. And now, you know, looking off the field growth as well. So we're excited to kind of tap into our partnership here with Hull University. So we're going to bring in and increase the sports science provision within the programme. We're going to look to utilise an analyst team to kind of code data for us, and using Game Breaker Plus basically break down the footage that we have of the performances, and it just gives us another way of increasing player performance and player output. So that'll be great to welcome some more new faces and strengthen kind of the behind the scenes stuff. Tonight actually I did a talk on some psychology stuff and look at really tapping into the 4 corners of the girls' development and seeing where we can, you know, we continue to find the extra couple of % that may make the difference between success and failure on a game day. And then ultimately, you know, linking in with the PDC and the great start that we've had, you know, we're hoping to increase the volume of relationships within the community and get girls interested in being down here and supporting us. Obviously, the more people we can drive through the door, the bigger the attendance, the bigger the support, the more help it will be in every avenue of what we do. So that's what we're striving for, isn't it? It's be the best we can be.
And if you want to come and see our games, all information can be found in the description down below, or follow us on Twitter and other social medias, as we'll keep you posted on everything that's happening in Hull City Ladies. Any other final notes that you want to mention before we end this evening?
Yeah, just on the upcoming game really. Mossley Hill away on Sunday. I think they've been struggling of late, you know, so and we probably hit a bit of form of late, so we're hoping that we can take that confidence into the game on Sunday and get a good result and start climbing up that league.
Thank you for being with us. So that's it for Team Talk this week. There'll be 2 episodes each month if you want to see and keep up with everything Hull City Ladies. Make sure that you hit the like button and subscribe. And for those of you who aren't very YouTube savvy, you can find all the extra content on our social media found in the descriptions down below. Thank you and good night.